Shale's army declared war on Carbon. Uh-oh. They're getting a bit closer. Strength and unity. So we can now research weapons and ways of war, which will give us research bonus for infantry weapons and land doctrine. Or we can hire those additional mercenary companies, and I have a feeling right now we should probably consider that. Also, guaranteeing the independence of Lubbock sounds like a good idea. Especially as we did see that there are ways of... Lubbock joining us. The vast majority of the army we field is mercenary companies. More inexperienced groups are usually assigned to garrisoning our settlements, while larger, more well-equipped companies can be used as frontline units should the need arise. Oh, did that cost caps? I mean, it makes sense that it did. No. But I guess it gave me weapons. Speaking of giving me weapons, you know what else wants to give me weapons? Butcher Pete's. Oh wow, my money has just disappeared. So yes, that did cost a bunch of caps. Seeing as I had lots and lots and lots. Oh, I see. That cancels the guarantee independence. Oh. So that's like an emergency means to gain more troops. Butcher Peter, I guess he's back to whacking and hacking and slashing. Yeah, pretty much. Chopping that meat. Now we do have units on defensive duty. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to set you to guard that crossing. We do also have crossings with Eden. Which I'm also going to fortify. In fact, I can do that as a front line, can't I? Yeah, I can. Whoops. Main reason just so we can get some planning prep going. Okay. Then we have the Lost Lodge and Lubbock over there. I think I'm going to put these guys up against Lubbock. Not because I intend to attack them, but just so, again, so I can get that planning prep going. In case it should be needed. Eden is in the mod. I don't... Yeah, they don't have a focus tree. But they are there. Eden is led by one of the Fallout Brotherhood Steel main characters, if I remember right. It is led by Scarlet. When does this mod release on Steam? Friday. Friday the 23rd. Troll Warren took 2 states. Carcass Walkers have been annexed. So when's my next cash injection? Captain Marvin Birch falls ill. That's unfortunate. So we do have 100 power again, so we could change one of these. Research speed from Scribe Duran. Division speed and defense on course. A Paladin Hancock could significantly increase our defensive capabilities. Which does sound like a pretty good idea. Political power gain stability from Morris. Oh, I do like the sound of that. Or we could go for some designers, though I don't think we necessarily need one yet. Could start working towards better soldiers. This would be primarily because we haven't actually trained any generals yet, and we're going to need some. I like the idea of getting some better generals. Let's do that. Probably going to wish I hadn't soon. Like, I need that manpower now. Also, we can begin scavenging. Yes, I would love to begin scavenging. Oh, it's in here, isn't it? Yeah. Quality report's still pretty low. NTR declared war upon the Rapids. Lanius's cohort took 3 states. Blue Rose Society have been annexed. And there we go. We just got paid. So let's head on over to Butcher Pete's and buy ourselves some dynamite. 28,000, 20,000. You know what? Right now I'm just trying to get the discounts up. So we'll buy basic melee weaponry. Oh, this does increase the opinion more. I'm still going to go cheap, I think. Like, if we don't have unlimited pockets, Lone Star can level up to level 7 already. Heck yeah. I do like that there's a notification there, because I would have missed that. So how are we doing in the greater scheme of things in terms of value? We're now at plus 55. Gloria's 93. I mean, everyone is leveling up relatively quickly. But we do seem to be second overall. Except probably for the hub. Ooh, Gloria's overtaken the hub. Interesting. Legionaries in Lone Star. Confirmed. Whilst our leadership in Lone Star has naturally been aware of the disturbing attacks around Lee Town over the past 4 months, nobody could have been prepared for the news the lawman brought from Cho Bang today. According to their men on the streets of the Lone Star, 2 legionaries were spotted walking into an alleyway in one of the poorer districts of the city. Whilst unconfirmed by more than a handful of witnesses, legionaries haven't been seen around Lone Star since the Legion scavenging mission to the area more than a decade ago. Even during the expedition, the group stayed far away from the city, making the sighting even more bizarre. If it wasn't for the attacks around Lee Town over the past few months, we'd be able to discount this report with ease. However, the more we think about it, the more it seems to make sense. The coordination of the attacks, the brutality, the expertise. If legionaries are at play, the risk is far greater than any of us could have expected. Find them! Now! Finding the legionaries will reduce the revolt's generals, but some houses will be damaged in the process. We lose a civilian workshop. Assign units to protect industry everywhere. Posting units to the factories will reduce the effect of sabotage in the event of a revolt, but our people will be unnerved by their presence and what the presence implies, so we gain stability. Or the lawman must be hallucinating, surely. Take no action, preventing mass hysteria, but also preventing us from taking action against any revolt. But there won't be one, right? I think I'm going to put this one up for a poll. So we're going to say find them now. Assign to industry. And hallucinating Shirley. Don't call me Shirley. Okay, and vote. Get your votes in. Vote, vote, vote. What action should we take? Got to dive into the lore once this released to the public, as Lannister didn't become the Legion's army leader until Joshua Graham lost the first battle for Hoover Dam. I think it's just to represent his rise to power. Joshua does still eventually go to New Canaan, because a lot of New Canaan stuff is about Joshua. And the Legion did just get a redux, so he might be around somewhere. And how you deal with him, I don't know. Okay, we are going to go and find them now! So we will need to build up another civilian workshop to replace the one that we just lost. Fine! Washington Brotherhood took 9 states. Yakama Nation have been annexed. Old Country declared war on the Rot Purgers. Ah, so this is the big war between the Old Country and the Rot Purgers. And they've come up with some interesting lore about these guys, actually. The Old Country were from the largest vault ever created. And that basically had a civil war. And that's what these two are. Oh, they don't actually have a focus tree. Huh. That I didn't realise. Doesn't Joshua Graham only go to New Canaan if the Legion loses the first battle of Hoover Dam? Yeah, I think so. I know they had a focus tree with one submod. Well, they did say that they've changed the way that these guys work, maybe after the Civil War? So if the Rot Purgers win, they have one. If the Old Country wins, they have one? Possibly? I'm not sure. Chained Choir declared war on the last patrol. Ouroboros declared war on the Dry Blowers. What's a good country or countries for the first player of the mod? I would say Heaven's Gate. These guys, they're really, really good for new players. Or failing that, Free Fighters. I had a lot of fun with them. Although now that diplomatic range matters, probably less so. Yeah, I would say Heaven's Gate. Heaven's Gate are very good. A few nations get unique formables, but no focus tree. Republic of Rio Grande is good for the first time. Oh, yeah, I haven't actually played the Republic of Rio Grande because I was waiting until they added the Texan Arms Association stuff, which they now have, so I can put them on the list. I'm trying to think of which other factions I really liked. Desert Rangers were pretty good. You get into an early war against the Vipers, and otherwise they're just very competent. But yeah, I would say Heaven's Gate would be my beginner nation. I like they used the Fallout Bible lore for Mexico to come up with Rio Grande Republic. I saw that with this update the Mojave chapter becomes fun. Yeah, they have some interesting things going on. Because right now Elijah is in charge, but he will pop up somewhere else later. One thing I did wonder about was who are these guys? High Priestess, dislikes the Brotherhood of Steel. Oh, they're ghouls. Huh, okay. No focus tree. What's the green bull button thing? Oh, this. That's to show that we have trade routes with the Cherokee Nation. Trade being one of the big things that they've just added. And we are Lone Star City, so like our deal is trade. We make a lot of money through trade. We're kind of like the New Canaan of Texas. Without the religion. National focus completed. Hire additional mercenary companies done. And we also got improvised tools. So let's work on the next tech. I think we're pretty much all done with those. Engineering. Not for a while yet. Those don't do anything. Can't get that. We might want riot control. If we're going to be having... I'm not really expecting occupation, though. I don't know how they're going to handle the uprising. I guess we could start working on the warrior training. Oh, you know what? Support. No, this is still ahead of time. We're ahead of time in so many different things. Try to go for gliders. Oh! They've added tribal aircraft. Barrage balloons and bomb gliders. That completely slipped my attention. This is the tune that I like. We're going to go for gliders. If anyone should be in the air, it's us. You know, for air trade. Right, what song is this? Etsik Chow. This is the one that I really like. This is my favourite tune. Okay, so we are not going to recall the Lubbock expedition because I want to keep the guarantee on Lubbock going. So we are instead going to research weapons and ways of war. We lag behind our neighbours in terms of military research. The Texan Brotherhood's soldiers can only do so much for us, so we need to redouble our own efforts. And we just got some more guys. So we've got these guys who are settlement mercenaries. So you're going to join the orange faction, which I think I'm going to stick here. Then you guys join the mercenaries. So blue is mercenary, that's garrison, which could actually do with some training. And these are the elites, so we're just going to make them purple. We trade our bombs for their loss of hit points. There you go. And Razul wants me to drink some tea. Oh, right, there was another one earlier. Hang on, let me bring up the proper notifications. Nope, I already acknowledged that one. So, Razul, this one's for you. The Chevry, Brunt. Skilayasa Turtle. Glitchy Toast. And Punk Rocktopus, thank you very much for the... That's a great name. Thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. Okay. Spoilers, Jeffrey. Be careful. You've come close a few times. NTR took 5 states. Rapids were our next. Lanius took out... Oh no, is attacking Mescalero Nation. So Lanius is really blitzing at the moment. Music is awesome in this mod. This song is probably top 3 for me. It's top for me. I really like this tune. The 80s declared war on Ruby Valley Refuge. It just has that, like, sense of suspense, but also, like, stuff's about to go down. Joined recently. What's the shtick of our nations? Trade, 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 and, more trade. Alright, so we got the conventional warfare. Let's go for battle plans. Ooh, more planning. Yes, please. Washington Brotherhood took 4 states. Olympus Tribe have been annexed. So lots of the bad guys expanding at the moment. Doesn't bode well for the good guys. I mean, the level of artwork in this game in general is just exceptional. They've done a really, really good job on that. I think I should probably train some more troops. Except it would basically have to be militia. Oh, actually, the other thing I'm going to do... I'm going to have them training while we're still waiting for Shale to actually attack. So what do we want to buy? What's our opinion at 6? No, I'm going to continue buying just basic melee weaponry. I do kind of wish there was a thing saying you can buy stuff from the organization again. Pop up like the development promotion available. So this is now going slower. Does it say anywhere how this is calculated? Progress and level are measured by state development in the economic node. State development is weighted average of factories, dockyards, infrastructure and river access between the centre state member states. Economic development increases level by 1 per point. Economic development can be granted through focuses, events, decisions, and more. Okay, so that modifier at the start increased the economic development, which is just a constant boost. That's why we're growing so quickly. Okay, so that's what that modifier did for us. Work assignments. Which was this. So we are once again ahead of time. I don't think I'm going to bother with naval. Let's go with warrior training. Ah yes, Crusher's army, currently fighting against the unity of Austin. They have not called us in. Cannot reasonably ask our soldiers to fight alongside super mutants. Keats is going to have to win this on his own. Oh. Oh, there's separate mechanics for civil wars. To join the civil war, world tension must be at least 50% right now. It's only 19. That's interesting. Is that in the base game? Can I send you guns? No. But world tension is pretty close to being sufficient. We would need 30. Same with the volunteers. Okay. So we're going to have to intervene through volunteers and lend-lease, basically. And in fact, what we can do... now this is an interesting option. We could be making all of the money in the world, using that to buy weapons, and then sending those out as lend-lease. Jeffrey, again. Spoilers! No matter what we all hoped, we all knew that deep down this day would come. Starting on the northern outskirts of Lone Star, skirmishes have started breaking out across the city between the lawmen and the Hand Warband insurgents. At first limited in scope and length, even more clashes are sparking as it becomes clear the lawmen alone are ill-prepared to deal with the insurgency. Whilst the attacks are nowhere near total war, they have possibility to evolve into it, and fast. Based on the current situation, fighting will probably reach the central districts within 2-3 days. We need to take action to prevent this, or God help us all. So divert all units. This uprising must be crushed. Posting extra units to Lone Star will reduce the number of enemy divisions that spawn around Lone Star. This will spread, defend all of our settlements. Or empower the lawmen to deal with the crisis. Oh, now that's interesting. So, divert all units, uprising must be crushed. We lose stability, we lose manpower. However, we will have less enemies to fight. This will spread, defend all the settlements. We lose stability, we lose less manpower, but there will be less enemy divisions around, like the outlying settlements. Or empower the lawmen, which loses stability, but gives us the empowered lawman focus, which replaces fatigued, which will cost us political power, but increase their division attack and also the command power. So they'll fight better. We'll have less troops, and we'll be up against more enemies, but our own army will be better. So let's set this up as a new poll. So divert all units, defend all settlements, or empower the lawmen. And vote. Get your votes in. What should our reaction to this crisis be? Yeah, okay, spoiler was possibly the wrong word, but that was a fairly big, although this is going to be changing the way that I perceive things. If that makes sense. Like knowing that the faction is weaker than perhaps I may otherwise expect. Just be careful, because I like playing blind. So unless I specifically ask for something, don't just give information. That's probably the best way to put things. Like if I say, how does this work, then please tell me. But otherwise don't. Right, divert all units down to... start again. 7% of you said that we should divert all units. 18% of you said we should defend all settlements. However, the majority are going with empower the lawmen. This is going to be a big fight, but we will hopefully be slightly better at fighting. Oh, and this does actually increase the number of lawman divisions we get too. I wonder if we're going to need to deal with the lawmen after this, whether they're going to have a Praetorian Guard situation. Mason Oliver falls ill. I can't be having you guys falling ill right now, people. So quarterly report is going to be coming in soon.